So over the past couple of days, a lot of different licensors have got to see both Transformers Earthspark and, of course, Transformers Rise of the Beast product, trailers, all kinds of stuff, closed door stuff. And some of that licensed stuff also at least got a little bit of a public release through different venues. And one of those is the Super Impulse stuff. Now, Super Impulse, for people that are probably familiar with their stuff, they usually deal in that world's smallest or world's coolest kind of product line. They're the ones that do the little micro consoles. They do the little micro arcades. Hey, world's smallest He-Man on a card back. World's smallest Transformers on a card back. World's smallest this, little Hot Wheels. All kinds of stuff like that. Some of them are pretty cute. I dig them. And now they're starting to do more licensing and kind of, I guess, doing Hasbro a bit of a favor. Because they have all these licenses themselves, World's Smallest and Super Impulse and everything like that, they pretty much worked out a deal with Hasbro that they're going to be doing stuff with the Mr. Potato Head brand, and then taking that Mr. Potato Head brand and using it across all the licenses they themselves have, kind of in a Funko kind of manner. I guess that's what they're probably trying to jump off of. And they're doing their extremely wacky Super Impulse Pop-Taters, which is their version of Mr. Potato Head. And yeah, I mean, this has been done before in Transformers. Way back in 2007 when we had the movie hype and everything was starting up, we had Optimash Prime and Bumble Spud. Those were our two first, Mr. Potato Head Transformers that were done in that standard size Mr. Potato Head with swappable parts and everything. And Hasbro was doing that in-house. They were doing ones based on Star Wars. They were doing ones based on Indiana Jones. All their brands, they were throwing on the Mr. Potato Head kind of price point and concept and idea and standardized it. And then like a couple years later, they did the Mixable Mashable Heroes line, which they did the exact same thing, but now they made them smaller. Now it's 2-inch Mr. Potato Heads, and you have Optimus, Bumblebee, Starscream. They did a full-size Grimlock with a mini Optimus. They did a Grimlock that was also the 2-inch size. They did Rescue Bots with Heatwave and Boulder and High Tide, which everyone mistakes for Chase for some reason in the collectible community. And yeah, they did those. I don't know if those did it very well for them, but we clearly live in a day today where if it ain't Toy Story, most people don't care about Mr. Potato Head, I guess. And so much so that Hasbro is willing to license it out and have another company make something similar and use their brands and use everything like that. So now we have these Pop-Taters. And, Super Impulse, what do they have? Well, they have all the Hasbro brands, so they're going to do Pop-Taters of Transformers, both Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. We could kind of see Bumblebee a little bit in the production image that they're showing off for the different licensors. They're going to be doing a Pink Power Ranger. They're going to be doing Beetlejuice. They're going to be doing Stay Puft from Ghostbusters, Minions, Kiss, the music group, Sonic the Hedgehog, Bob Ross, Garbage Pail Kids, the whole 9 yards. All of that craziness. And the plan is that the full-size ones are going to be 4 inches tall, so slightly larger than those small ones that Hasbro made, but a little smaller than the standard Mr. Potato Head. And they're also going to be doing 2-inch ones that are going to be more of a keychain kind of gimmick. So that's going to be out there too. Again, I'll post the images here in the thumbnail, and you can kind of see how they're going to go about it. Again, this stuff is usually find it in the impulse aisles, leaving your Walmarts or usually they're near the more gimmicky kind of board game stuff in a Target or a Toys R Us in Canada, anyhow. It is what it is. I don't know. Me personally, I think it looks kind of weird. It has weird proportions. But I really feel that I think this is just Hasbro going, wait a minute, someone's willing to pay us to make Mr. Potato Heads, and we don't have to? Sure. Okay. So that's out there, and that's a thing, and if you're interested, it's going to be coming out very soon. Again, keep your eye out for those continuations of your Mr. Potato Head stuff. I'd be lying if I wasn't saying that I have almost most of that old Mr. Potato Head Transformer stuff. I managed to find most of it in the secondary market because it didn't sell very well, I guess, and a lot of it was just out there, ridiculously cheap in clearance places. So, hey, where's my and I keep saying this, like I said it on Twitter too. Like you did Optimash Prime, you did Bumble Spud. Where is Devastator? I mean, talk about money on the table. How did they not make a Devastator? You know, and especially combiners are all about arms and limbs coming off. You could have done each of the separate Constructicon limbs and parts as each of the connectable pieces on the potato. Come on, Hasbro. Really? You could have done that. Devastator. But dad jokes aside, it is what it is. Let me know what you think. I don't know. This kind of stuff is just, I feel like it's just them trying to get on the Funko bandwagon, having some kind of unified look, but then applying a whole bunch of different pop culture stuff attached to it. I mean, that's why it's not called Mr. Potato. It's called Pop-Tater. I'm pretty sure they're just trying to bank on that kind of, I guess, muscle memory with collectors and stuff. And people might see it and go, oh, is that Pop Vinyls, but now with potatoes? So I think that's what they're trying to do. Aside from that, also, the only other piece of news that the licensors kind of put out there was a certain monkey and getting to look at a certain monkey for a certain movie. But we'll talk about that in the future when we can talk about that. But that's it for now. We'll talk to you soon, and hopefully we'll get some more information. Again, the Hasbro PulseCon is coming up in the next couple of days. We're going to probably see our next Shattered Glass release, which, of course, is going to be Shattered Glass Blaster. No surprise there, the Voyager class. We already saw through the comic leaks and everything, so stay tuned for that. We'll talk soon, people. Again, always with the Transformer Slag podcast.